In this discussion, we will see how inheritance works in Odoo and how many ways we can inherit a specific model. In case you missed previous discussion about how to compare two different directory or files using PyCharm, please check, link is given in description. First, let's see how inheritance works. Here, Odoo provides mainly three ways to inherit a specific model using underscore inherit or underscore inherits model metadata. So let's see the first step here. Let me open the diagram. Here in this diagram you can see like this school student model we already created in school underscore student model. Now we are trying to inherit this model in different model. Name is something like this, student underscore extended, and we are trying to add a few more fields here. So this is the first stage, like you can inherit the same model in different directory or in the same directory. Directory means here module. Let me move to the editor. Okay, here you can see there is two modules. So here we are going to in models.py file and trying to inherit this model in different module. Let me create a new module first. School extended. And here we are going to create one more directory, models, and one more directory for the view part. Here one more thing you have, here we are not focusing about the view inheritance. For the view inheritance we will see in later discussion, in views discussion. Like first we will discuss about how to create form view, list view, then after Kanban view, and supported all the views, and then after we are trying to move into extend the particular views. So here we are not focusing about the view part, we are just focusing about the inheritance for the model level inheritance. We are not also focusing about the portal as well as website inheritance concept, because website and portal both have the same concept, but we are discuss in later. So here we are just discussing about the specific model level inheritance. Let me create one more Python file. Name is something like this, and let me copy this manifest file here and go to this to and here to paste, extend, something like this. And here the main thing is depends. Like whenever you are creating a new module and you are actually inheriting any specific model, then you have to first find out the model name which is belong to that model. So here in this case this is the module name, and inside this module name we have this underscore name and then this model name. So here we have to add here in dependency like this module name, because if you are creating fresh database and you are trying to install this module like this school underscore extended module, and if you are not giving any dependency here, then what happened is like it won't be create this school profile. Like Odoo didn't recognize this school.student profile in case this module is also not installed. And sometimes like when we are extending the model, so Odoo by default sometimes, not every time, but sometimes it will raise the error because the view id is not matched, or model key error it will rise automatically. So due to overcome these issues, you have to always use the you have to always remember this depends key in manifest file, and you have to add particular modules here. the dependent module. One more good thing is, like, if you are trying to install this module and this module is not installed, then by default Odoo will check the dependent modules here, which is listed here, and in case it's not installed any of the module, first it will try to install these modules, and then after install the main module. So this is the case, like we are using this depends key in manifest file. So this is the key. Then after in data part we are just removing, we are not using right now anything. And here in main file, in this main init file, we have to import models. Then in models directory we have this initialize file, init file. We have to import this import school profile, and we are trying to close these two files here, and let me add fields as well as models package. And here let me add the model first, and here we are using something like this, right? In previous discussion we already used something like this, but here you have to remember is, you can see this class name, we are just trying to copy and paste here. Here you can also use the same class name instead of this one. Then after, instead of this underscore name metadata, models metadata, you have to use inherit. You have to use inherit, and then school dot student, the same model name we have to use here, because we are extending this model name, this model here. So we have to use this one, and we don't need to use this underscore name and the model name. We are not using this one, we have to use this one now onwards, underscore inherit, then after equal to, and the specific model name. And here we have to add fields like student full name equal to fields dot care full name, something like this. And yeah, one more thing is, let me go to inside the tab database, and let me give you some information about this table. You can see here, okay, so you can see here we don't have this student underscore full name field, I mean colon, in database here in the name of this school underscore student table. Now once we are installed this module, it will automatically add one more colon, and the type is varchar, like something like this. So right now the purpose of this table is, here you can see there is no any colon name, which is something like this, student underscore full underscore name. Now let me minimize this one and go to here, and I'm just trying to extend the form view, because in form view we have, let me show you first form view. In school profile, you can see here this is the form view, and this is the by default values pop up here, and we are showing that field after this name field. Currently it's this one, this field. So I'm again going to here and extend the form view. here Odoo, then after data, and let me copy the existing form view. Okay, this is the form view, and we have to add one more field, inherit underscore id, reference is this one, and remove the whole code, field name equal to name, position after, and paste here the name, extend, and let me go to the money manifest file here, sorry, not this one, this one, and here we have to register in as a string this file. So once the module will install, it will also create a new form view as extended view here, and our module is complete. Let me restart the service first. Let me minimize this one and go to browser and go to apps. Here you have to remember one thing, like you can close all the filters first, and you have to try to search this newly created module, or if you download from the Odoo app store, then you just place in your custom add-ons path, and then you just restart the service. And if you go to here and trying to search in first time, it won't be display, so don't worry, you have to click here update apps list, and once it will successfully update, and you will search again, you can see it's appear here. So it won't be directly appear something like this way, you have to update again this app store list, and you have to try to install this module. And once successfully updated, means installed, here let me check the database side. Here you can see this field name is not visible here, and let me show you one more time. You can see this student full name is added in this table. Here you can see after the write date or anywhere you cannot see this field. Once you install the new module, you can see it's extended. And let me open the student profile, and you can see this is the full name, like Sunny Leon, something like this. And you can also save the student profile. So this is the first step. You are just trying to extend your model in another module, and if you want to extend in the same module, it's also possible. There is no any restriction. Like let me copy this one and going to downside, and here I'm changing here the class name, school student, something like this, and I'm trying to use only inherit, and here I'm adding one more field, let's say parent underscore name fields dot care parent name, and here simply I'm just copy this one, and I'm going to in view part, and let me add here after the currency. Go to terminal here and restart the service. Going to again in App Store, and search the module, and trying to upgrade the module here. It's successfully installed, and one more time we can see here, you can see the parent name is created. And if we are going to here in student profile, so you can see this is parent name field is available. ABC, then after save. So right now we have two student profile here. So you can also extend your particular model in existing module or in new module, something like this way you can inherit. So this is the first step. Now we are going to second step here, and total 3 steps is available. Let me show you the second step here, like how we will do in different way. Here you can see this is the second way you can inherit the model. So let me give you one basic example. Like let's say we have address class here, and having some fields, let's say city, country, then after pin code, then after street name, like street field. So all the fields which is belong to here in this address class, but you have to use all the address class fields in student profile, then it is also possible. But yes, one more thing is there is no any relation between this class and this class. It means like all the fields automatically created in this profile, in this student model. So we are not extending this address model, we are just extending this student profile, but we are using all the fields related address model. Let's see how to do it. And yes, one more thing is in first step we used like same model we are extending, but now we are extending different model here. But here we are using the parent models fields in student profile. So let's see how to do it. Okay, first let me close all the extra files. Now let me create first address class, student address or address. Street 1, city, then after state, country, and zip code. Two, then after here city, state, country, and zip code or pin code. Rec underscore name, and here we are using street. That's it. And let me add this address model in security file. Let me copy this one and paste here. The basic one, and let me restart the service and upgrade the module using terminal side. I'm just upgrading the module. Let's see. Okay, it's successfully created, and let me go to here in database and let's see address. So here you can see street, street 1, city, state, country and zip code created one model here, and now we are trying to inherit this models field into this student profile. Here you can see here we don't have these fields here, you cannot see here. So let me double check in backend side. So you cannot see here, you cannot see here like street, street 1, city, country and all, right? So what we are doing is, here this is the second way we can inherit. Like here we are using the underscore name, we have to use one more metadata is inherit different model. You can see here this is the current model name, which is school.student model, and inherit, we are also inheriting the address model, this one. Once the upgrade will finish, now going to again in terminal and upgrade the module. Once the upgrade finish, now you can see like school underscore student profile having all the fields which is belong to the address model. Here you can see the street, street 1, city, state, country and zip code. Now all the 6 fields which created into the student profile, but here you cannot see those fields, but now you can directly access these fields here in view part also. Let me open the view part. Let me minimize this one, and here you can easily add all the fields like street, street 1, city, state, country and zip underscore code. All right, uh, zip underscore code. Okay, that's great. And again let me restart the service and upgrade the module because we changed in form view, so it is mandatory to upgrade the module. And let me refresh the browser, and now let me open this profile, and now you can see this street, street 2, city, state, country and zip code is available. Street 1, street 2, city, state, country and zip code. If I will save, it will allow me to save, and these fields will save into this school student model. Okay, let me go to here again one more time, and using select query, select star from school student So you can see the value stored inside the address, inside this student module, not in address model. So this is the second way you can inherit. Now the third way, which is slightly different to step 1 and step 2. Let me first move to the diagram first, and then we'll do the practical for the same. So here you can see this is the third diagram and the last one. Like you have a two model, like one is a car and one is a car engine. So if you remember the second step, like what we are doing is like we are inheriting this car model inside here. So what happened is in second step, like all the fields automatically created in this model. But now in this case we don't need to create any fields here, but we are inheriting this model inside this car.engine model. Here the technical part is we are creating one many to one field here using underscore inherits models metadata. So here, like if you are creating any record here like car.engine, it is mandatory to add one more record here in car, or existing record also you can map. So let's see how to do it. And yes, one more thing is, so here it is also possible like car.engine you can inherit more models. Like here we are using car, but you can also use here like tires model, then after spare part models, then after engine design, something like this. This is the basic example for the multi inheritance concept. For the real example, you can see res.users model. Like whenever you are creating user, it will automatically create res.partner. There are many examples here you can see in Odoo's default model. So let's do the one practical here. Okay, so here we are using, let me go to downside. And yeah, if you remember the user environment discussion, we already inherited this res.partner using underscore inherit. If you missed this discussion, please review. And here let me add car model, and the name is car, and this is the name of the car field. Cost, and let me create one more model, car engine. And here I am using adding as a car.engine name as a model name, and here we are using name and car engine name, and here I'm using, okay, right now we are using this one only. And what we have to do here is we have to inherit this car model inside car.engine. Then we have to use here inherits, and here we have to use, instead of string we have to use dictionary. And in dictionary, key is a model name. As a car means a model name, and in colon value should be the field name. So this field we have to create here, fields dot many to one, like car, and string is car. That's it. So simply you have to remember is key is model name and value is field name of many to 1. That's it. So let me remove this one and let me go to the terminal part and trying to upgrade the module. Once successfully upgraded, oops, we have error. Oops, I forgot to add into the string, and let me upgrade the module here. Okay, it's fine now, and let me go to the, yeah, so let me check the car table. You can see here we have two fields, like two columns, and for the car.engine having two fields like name and car underscore id, and rest are the Odoo created by default, so we no need to check this one. Only we are focusing about the two fields here. If you remember the second step, once we inherit, not the inherits, like once we inherit, then all the car related, like all the address related fields created here in the child model, right? So in this case, like it's we having this many to one reference we have to create, and here like it will manage into a different model. You can also add more classes using key and value pair, something like this. And let me create one view part here, view list and action for the car engine. Let me first copy these two, then after the action also, and one more thing is menu. Let me unfold all. Let me copy this one. Car id, and here car id, we have to copy the action as well as, and car eng, car engine. And yeah, sorry, we have to register this class here, otherwise it won't be displayed in front end side. Let me upgrade the module. Okay, it's successfully upgraded, and once I will refresh the page, admin, and I'm going to in student profile. In menu 2 you can see this car engine, and if you are creating here the car engine, one more thing you have to notice is this car field is mandatory. You can see this car field here in code. In view side here in form view, I didn't add any attribute related to mandatory field like required equal to 1 here. Same in Python side also, you can see like here I didn't add that attribute like required equal to 1, and still you can see here in form view side it's mandatory because this field is mandatory due to we inherit this model. So it should not be blank. Either we have to either we have to create a new profile, or we have to select the existing profile here. But let me, if I will click here, it will raise one pop-up message. So it's access denied due to we didn't add this car model into our security file. Let me again going to here and add here the model name, and again I'm upgrading the module. Upgrade is mandatory. Again refresh the page, and now you can see it's easily allowing me to search first engine 1, and here like Tiago. Also you can add here the cost price, let's say 10 lakh, and save. So if I'm going to in database side, and here you can see select start from car, select start from car underscore engine. So here like this Tiago and the price is stored into the car model car table, and in car engine this ID added as a reference here as a many to one field, and the name like engine 1 is it will store into this car underscore engine field. So this is the third way and the last way. One more thing is here you have one more question in your mind is like, will you extend the wizard also? Yes, using the same way. Let me extend the model as well, sorry, the wizard as well. But right now we are extending the wizard into the same file here like class. I'm just upgrading this, I'm just inherit this the same module. You can see here in student profile. So we are upgrading this one. I'm just adding one more field. Let me copy this one and paste here, and rename the class name. Instead of name we have to use underscore inherit. That's it. mm, Parent underscore name. That's it. And I'm just copy this one and open this wizard and open this form view. as and passed here this parent name and trying to upgrade the module. And before upgrading the module, you can see select star from student fees, upgrade the module. You can see total 0 rows created because like wizard is something like tissue paper. Once you will use it won't be reused, and Odoo automatically delete those records certain period of time. Again, going to here, and you can see here we have only total fees, and upgrade the module. Going to front end side and trying to click this one. There is no any new change up here, but refresh the page and one more time click here, and you can see the new field is created. And here one more thing is, you already inherited the model, then after you created a new field, but what if you are just inheriting the methods as well as, right? So here you don't need to worry about, because let me inherit the method like def update student fees. So we are using the same name. Okay, then after we have to print this is inherited method. And then what we have to do here is we can inherit two ways. One way is inherit some method, and if you are not calling the super statement, then this method will no longer use. And if you are calling the super statement, it means you are also calling this super method like this parent method. First we are call without super statement, and then after we are calling this method with super statement. Let me restart the service. No need to upgrade the module, and click here like 4000, and parent name is something like this. And once I will click here and I'm going to here, you can see this is inherited def updated fees method. This is, but it won't be called this method like parent method because we didn't add here the super statement. So without super statement and with super statement. So for the calling to the super statement, like calling to the parent method, we have to use super. Then after we have to use this class name. Then we have to use self. Then after dot and the this method name. And if your method having some parameter, para1, para2, then you can also pass here like para equal to para, like para2 equal to para2. So like this way, you don't need to specify here self because we already added here the self parameter. So let me remove the here also, and restart the service. Let me open the wizard. Here you can see total fees is 200. Let me add like 699, and let me add here parent names. So here like fees automatically update as 699 instead of 200, because it will call the super statement, and super statement having a one logic, like if it the active id is found, then it will student active id is found, then total fees will be update as a update from the wizard. So I'm going to click this button, and you can see the 699 is updated. So it means the super method call. So first you can see like first it's inherited like the child class call, child means the same class called, then the super statement call, and the super statement print statement you can see here the line number 11. This is the line number 11 statement, and the first one is line number 25 fifth. Here you have also questions like, is it fine I can call the super statement here as well as like before the print statement? Yes, you can use something like this way. And yeah, if you have a like this method will return something, some data, then you can store into a variable, and that variable you can just simply return. So okay, let me go to here and open the wizard and update the fees, and once I will click here you can see it's updated 590, and here you can see the first it will call the super method means this statement, and this statement go to here, then after update the record, and then it's print this statement. So you can call from beginning or from end or anywhere, you can call this super statement. And yes, so if you are expecting like without super call this method also call, it is not possible. So that's why like this statement we have to call. Let me add here with super statement. So here we see how to inherit models and how to inherit the methods also using super statement or without super statement. So this is the basic concept of the inheritance in Odoo side. If you have any doubt or query, please comment below, and see you in next session.